All right, juniors, thank you. We're good. All right, juniors, let's go ahead and work on our career and academic planning for today. We're going to work on the Matchmaker a little bit and talk about a few things. So just a reminder, February 24th, we do have the ACT. It'll be very similar to the pre-ACT. We're going to go to the Serious City building, bring number 2 pencils, calculator, water bottle, timing device. If you want, you can lay a watch down on your desk. We will go there, and Mrs. Metlin will actually be your proctor this year because Gage is in there. And so she will do the same thing that we did pre-ACT. So if you remember that, you'll be good to go. I did want to go over a little bit to just remind you to keep working on your grades. You're doing amazing. We are almost done with kind of halfway through the first semester already. So I wanted to make sure that you were aware to keep that GPA up, that you're working hard on your grades and working hard on filling out your resume, that you're doing volunteer activities, you're a member of the community, that you're working. All those things add up on your resume to make your resume really robust. So why we want you to make sure that you're working hard on your GPA is you can qualify for a freshman merit scholarship. You can get yourself into any of the state universities with a 3.25 GPA or above. If you don't have a 3.25, we have a little work to do. But if you do, you can go into any of the state universities. But what it does do is that higher GPA helps you get a better scholarship. KU is GPA based alone. They do not they don't even look at the ACT score for scholarships. But Fort Hays still does. So this is an example of what you could do at Fort Hays. So Fort Hays is $15,700. Just remember that. So we're working on savings as well. So tuition is $6,000. That means what your classes would be. Books and supplies, and remember, some of those books can actually be like $150. You have to go get your books for the classes that you take. Your room and board would be around $9,000. So that's where you sleep and food every day. And then you're looking at about $15,700. There are some grants and loan money that you can get through the federal government. So you can get a loan for up to $5,500. And that is a loan that you pay back after you graduate college. So it's a small amount, which is awesome. And then you're not borrowing too much. But let's talk about that freshman merit. So let's just say you have a 3.5 GPA and you're looking at like a 21 or 20 on your ACT. Then you would get a $1,500 freshman merit. If you did take the loan and the $1,500, you would still have to come up with almost $7,000 or $9,000 to go to Fort Hays for the first year. There's lots of other things you can do. You can up your GPA, up your ACT score. You can get some local scholarships. So if you did the FAFSA loan and these two, you're looking at $6,450. So take that $15,700 amount and work it down to a manageable amount. Some people get it down to zero. So do everything that you can do to work on that number. So if you have it in savings, you're amazing. If you don't, then you need to work on it. And then here's K-State as well. So you can see this is just GPA based. This is just GPA based. And then you're looking at ACT and GPA on these three. So K-State's a little bit higher. It's 26.4. So they have higher tuition and fees. They have higher room and board. But let's say you got your $1,500 freshman merit, you would be looking at 24.9. So about $25,000 you would have to have in your bank account before you go to your first year of college. Of course, you can work on it. So let's say you were eligible for a Pell Grant, money you don't have to pay back, and that's based on your parents' income. You got a FAFSA loan for $5,500. You got the best ACT and GPA that there was. Then you're looking at only spending $8,000 for your first year. And then again, you could work on other scholarships to get that number down. So just keep at it. I'm really proud of all your grades, and I know you're doing amazing. Just keep it up. It will pay off. Do remember to save. It's very important. If you haven't started yet, you need to make sure that you're doing it, that you're getting a job, and that you're saving as much as you possibly can. So in the real world, when you're out there, they say save 50%, use 50% of your check on needs. So car payment, insurance, gas, things like that. And then 30% would be your wants. So that would be entertainment, shopping, going out to eat. And then 20% should always go into savings. So as a high schooler, you don't have a lot of these 50% of your needs maybe. So everybody's different. So if you can, you could bump that up, your savings amount. So maybe putting a half of your paycheck into savings. But just start putting something into savings and start building that up. So let's update the Matchmaker. So you go ahead and log into Xello. You click on the 3 dots on the right-hand side. It is in the About Me section. And then you want to just click on those 3 dots and then review my answers. If you are new, you'll have to take the whole thing. So sorry about that, but it is kind of fun. You get to answer all these different questions. So if you're just redoing it, you have these questions that you've already answered. So let's say you're working with kids, you like it very much. Maybe you're going to change it, or you worked outside all summer, you loved it, you're going to change it. So change any of these that you'd like to do. If you don't know what a word means, make sure you're asking your teacher or Googling it. So see if you have new matches, check those out, get it narrowed down to a few things that you definitely want to do. And then just kind of keep one in mind that you're really, really interested in. And that's all we have today. So thanks, juniors. Have a great day.